next session, which is product innovation. At the outset, I would like to call upon the moderator, Dr. Satya Gupta, the CEO of Concept to Silicon. Welcome to you, Dr. Satya Gupta. I'd also like to call upon the panelists, Mr. Krishnan Narayana, SVP ASM Technologies. They were just here, and probably for a discussion they must have just gone. Yeah, they were just here. Yeah. This session, we are all aware that India is indeed unique in every aspect of life, be it the lighter side as well as even the technological side. And the market is pretty huge, but we have, India is a country of many countries, and that's been the key. So each state has got its own culture, the rich cultural heritage, and this would probably go a long way towards the Made in India products, which we have been discussing since morning. And this would find application in many other emerging economies in the world. That's will be the key of discussion in this next session of product innovation. Probably the discussion is happening offline, so we request all of you for your cooperation to hang on for a couple of minutes. Please put your hands together, Dr. Satya Gupta. Some innovative ideas have taken place outside, and therefore we'll have much more interesting discussion now. Welcome to you, sir. Vishwakumar Kairgade, the co-founder and CEO. Welcome to you, sir. And also Guhesh Ramanathan, the CEO and co-founder of Xcubator. Mr. Krishnan Narayana, Senior Vice President of ASM Technologies. Incidentally, ASM Technologies is having a big stall just on the right-hand side, and just the way I announced a lucky dip in the morning, there's another lucky dip here, 2 Samsung tabs. The lucky winners will be picked up at 6 o'clock. I would also request Dr. Radha Shell to kindly come over, President and CEO of Nevis Networks. I would now request straight away the President and CEO of Concept to Silicon Systems Private Limited, Dr. Satya, to take us through the session. It's straight away over to you.
Thank you, Shankar. Welcome everybody to the first session of VS 2014 in terms of the panel discussion. We have an excellent set of the speakers covering all the way from chip company to system company to entrepreneurship, and hopefully we will have a very vibrant discussion. This panel was put together to cater to the theme of the conference this year, consumption to creation, what is going to fill in the gap. And I think the theme of this panel, the product innovation, is what going to create the bridge between the consumption and creation. Through innovation only we can fulfill the needs for today, and more importantly needs for tomorrow, for providing the right products and the right R&D which will help in basically creating the products for the future. So with that, I will do some lead-off questions to all the panelists and then get their views, and then about basically after 3-4 questions we will go into the audience interaction where you can interact with the panel members. So when we talk about the product innovation, the first thing when we look in the future, because the product innovation is a journey and it takes time. And by the time basically a product gets developed from basically inception to taking it to the production, it may be somewhere between 3 to 5 years. So looking at a 3 to 5 year horizon, I would like to get the viewpoint from our panelists about what are the important opportunity areas you see which will be driving this consumption story in basically, let's say, 2018 to 2020 time frame. So put your crystal ball out there and let us know what do you think are the opportunities, starting with Krishnan.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gupta. So it's actually a wonderful theme that has been set out, and I'm actually thrilled to kind of be part of this panel and speak. Well, 3 to 5 years could probably be a small time frame. Okay, so we may have to look at slightly larger than the 3 to 5 years, but having said that, the theme that is on the development in the next 3 to 5 years on innovation. See, innovation would essentially be part of one of the pillars of, let's say, 8 to 10 pillars that are there for the formation. One essentially would be the macroeconomics, then the infrastructure, then the institutions, basic education, healthcare. I mean, people have to be healthy to work. So, I mean, all these tenets are required in forming this. And at the end of it, you need to have a market penetration facility. You need to have a certain business sophistication. And I think the last of all would come the innovation. The innovation, once it comes in, I think that is where there is no stopping by. And India in all these areas have improved in the last 15, 20 years from what we have seen. And that would be the area. But what I immediately see, while the ball has been set in motion, at least 3 different areas can be addressed, or maybe 4. One would be, like everybody was talking about, the e-learning. Second would be the medical. Third would be the energy. I mean, if you see, if you light up all the equipments that you have and plug it on one shot, I think the grid will fail. So there is a problem with energy. We don't have proper energy. Okay, so that needs to get addressed. And fourth is agriculture, because if you look at it, 60% of India's population is still dependent on agriculture. So you need to focus on these 4 areas, and as we go by, I will kind of get in with some more points on this. So I think I'll give it back to Dr. Gupta to take it to the next panel.
Thank you so much. Vishwa?
Thank you. I think if you see the major trends for consumer electronics or the overall products, electronics products in the world today, everything is going towards smart everything, smart systems. So smart systems basically involves smart connectivity, smart communication, smart sensing, and learning. So systems that are able to communicate by sensing what spectrum is available, what connectivity is available, what is the cheaper way of connecting at the given moment dynamically is one direction I see where most systems would go towards. And sensors, whether it's for sensing the what's the power level the device is consuming, what's the environment in terms of whether it's sensing in all, you would say the 5 senses, what human beings would have, we would see the same thing coming up in machines, in any system. Whether it's for pollution, whether it's for the noise level in the environment, whether it's electromagnetic noise, whether it's audio noise, and connecting by being aware of the environment. That's the other big trend that we see. And also better consumption. When I say better consumption, I think as human beings, the biggest thing that we consume today is information. So the information, consuming of information by being aware of what the user really wants, learning the user patterns, and selecting the information. Because as one of the biggest problems that human beings would have going forward is choice. How to choose the right information for us, and how to do that smartly by sensing the environment, the user patterns. So all these would be incorporated into systems, and that would be the main focus as we go forward towards smart systems. So that I see is the biggest trend that would happen, not just for 5 years, for almost 1 to 2 decades going forward.
Thank you, Vishwa. Radha?
So much has changed in last 2 years or 3 years in terms of how we use all the electronics and clouds and data and amount of stuff that we do. Looking at 3 to 5 years, what happens and what really to expect is like you have to really let your imagination flow. And but what I see is a lot more automation, whether it's based on sensors, based on devices that sense, consolidate, act very smart. And which is already happening a lot now in the, at least in US, I see all the lighting systems, all kinds of air conditioning systems, outdoor lighting, parking spot lighting, lots of gadgets that are in use. They are all controlled, monitored, and very used in a very automated way. I see this as a requirement, and going forward, it's needed a lot more. And automation also in terms of systems that are very sort of self analytics kind of systems, where you can sense, you can analyze, there is data, and you take decisions at the spur of the moment, and less human intervention in taking decisions. And then also in all of this, energy conservation, alternate energy, ways of using alternate energies. And I also feel we have seen lot of consolidation in terms of data management, big data, and all that we talk about, and we are building technologies for that. But 3 to 5 years from now, data is really going to be humongous. And I feel that there has to be ways of more distributed data management rather than just looking at more and more consolidation. This is all over and above all consumer electronics and gadgets. We carry 3 gadgets, 4 gadgets, 5 gadgets, managing home gadgets and use of gadgets at home. The way it is just now, I see much more consolidation happening there, and you may not have so many different things bringing data and entertainment to home. There would be a single source of that. So all that I can see happening, but there has to be much more because it still sounds very small.
Go ahead.